You said, don't know how to put into words what it's going to feel like to hear my name introduced, go through everything that involves opening day at Yankee Stadium. Now that you've been through it, how would you put into words what the experience was like?
It was probably the most fun day of my entire life. The whole pregame festivities, I guess. I probably had goosebumps the whole day, but just to be out there and feel like I got welcomed by the fans the way I did, and then be able to go out and just play. That was probably the best part.
Brian, to the left.
We asked Aaron Judge earlier today if he had any advice for you. He said he told you to have something ready for the bleacher creatures. When did you decide that you were going to kiss the jersey? How did that come about?
He was asking me about it yesterday. We were in the tubs, and I kind of just thought of it on the spot just because I remember he did it last year. So right when I kind of brought it up, he gave me the thumbs up. So I knew that's what I had to do.
Well, Chris right here, then Gary behind him.
Anthony, how do you control your emotions on a day like today when you've dreamt about this literally your entire life?
For me, I feel like just the guys in the clubhouse and the way the spring went, and kind of finding out that I made the team with all the guys and all the advice they gave me, that it's just the same game, and it gave me a lot of confidence just to be able to go out there and just play. So once the game itself started, the nerves were pretty much all gone.
John in the middle, second row.
Do you have an idea of how many friends and family you had there today, and how were you rationing all the stuff off that you were able to get? Do you know a number?
I don't know a number. My parents are here, but I luckily didn't get asked for a ticket, so all of the credit to get everyone in the door goes to my mom and everyone else.
Gary to the left, second row.
Well, Anthony, was there anybody in particular that you were surprised to see or hear from today, or that ended up coming to the game?
I haven't gotten to, I just saw my family, so I think I'm going to try and see how many people hung around right after this, and then definitely spend the night reaching out to people, thanking them.
Ron, right in front.
How old do you think you were when you first imagined getting introduced on opening day at Yankee Stadium?
I don't know if that specifically I ever imagined, but since I could remember all my grade school, what I wanted to be when I grew up was New York Yankee, so it's a dream come true.
Was the way it unfurled the way you had imagined it, or different?
Probably 10 times better. Yeah.
Marley, Max, did you have a question? Marley, will you pass it forward when you're done?
Anthony, is there something specific that you're keeping from this game as a memento that you already saved for yourself or for your family? And if there is one picture of a moment today that you could have in your room, like you imagine in your 10-year-old room, which one would you put on?
I definitely got to keep, well, I'm going to be able to keep my bats, my cleats, and hopefully my jersey, but probably the one I just took outside with my family. I wouldn't be anywhere without them, so it's all my success, all my accomplishments is because of them. So to be able to share that moment with them and the whole day with them, the whole experience with them, makes it all the better.
If you had to pick up the phone and talk to somebody in the West Coast who didn't see the game today, and he said, Anthony, tell me about the experience, how would you describe it?
Well, I was actually talking to Austin Wells before the game. I told him he'd probably have to tell me how I did in my first at-bat, because I'd be pretty blacked out. But I just tell him it was the most fun I've ever had, period, on a baseball field, anywhere. So, yeah.
Bill?
Could you behind Garrett Cole, could you talk about what it was like to play behind him? He was dealing today.
Yeah, it was amazing. We had the pitch common and everything, so it's pretty cool to hear what pitches he throws and then kind of the location he's going after. And it seemed like every single pitch he threw was executed, or if not executed, just missed. And you could see exactly what he's doing. So it's my second or third time playing behind him, but it seems like every time I have, that's what it's been. I think he said in the locker room, but I think a lot of credit goes to Trevi too, because with the pitch clock and everything like that, you got to be on the same page with the catcher. So a lot of credit goes to definitely those two guys.
Back against the wall, and then Hannah.
I assume you probably knew you were going to get a warm reception, but the two you got, one when you trotted out before the game and then your first at bat, can you just talk about what that was like to hear the crowd respond that way to you?
It was amazing. Like I said, I couldn't have even ever dreamed that that's what it was going to be like. But it was a special moment to feel and experience and just feel welcome.
Hannah, back right.
Hey, I'm sure you've seen a lot of Aaron Judge home runs on TV before. How was it seeing an Aaron Judge home run while sharing a dugout with him?
It was awesome. Just everything about it, the way he got welcomed by the fans coming back and being the new captain and then announcing his presence like that, something I'll never forget.
Where were you in the dugout? Like, where were you watching from?
I was watching kind of right in the middle of the dugout, but I thought he got it right when he hit it, but it was pretty close. But yeah, it was super cool.
Brian, to the left, front row.
Anthony, we heard you reached out to Brett Gardner about wearing number 11. Did you actually get to talk to Brett? How was that?
Yeah, it was awesome. I got to talk to him on the phone, and it was a really good conversation. I really appreciated him taking the time. And, I mean, most of the conversation wasn't even about wearing number 11. It was just talking with him and his experiences. And, I mean, his impact on the clubhouse to this day is ginormous. And obviously we have leaders in the clubhouse, but I think he played a huge role in making those players leaders and taking them under their wing the same way those guys are now taking me under their wing. So I couldn't thank him enough for the stuff he did and the impact he still has.
What told you 11 was the one you wanted?
What's that?
What told you number 11 was the one you wanted?
A lot of reasons. I think I definitely thought about it for a couple nights, but just talking to different people and what they liked, what they didn't like, and then I finally zeroed in on it.
Take one or two more. Brendan, against the wall on the right.
Anthony, did you take any moments to look up in 214 where most of your family and friends were, or towards your parents? Did you allow yourself that?
I was trying to look for them kind of in the dugout before we got announced, but I didn't even know where they were sitting. So I tried a little bit.
Ed, was that your way of getting my attention over there? Do you have a question?
Sorry. What was it like in the being in the dugout before taking the field and then taking the field for the first time?
A lot of adrenaline. But I think what was cool and the fact that it is opening day is that I didn't feel like it was just me. Everyone, I thought, was pretty excited to get out there and just start playing.
Take the last two, right in the front and then against the wall.
When you came to the stadium today, how early were you here? Did you come from Jersey, from Manhattan? What was it like coming in? You probably went to that stadium so many times and just seeing it and saying, I'm playing here today. Was it a different feeling?
Yeah, I came from the city. I stayed in the city last night, but I probably got here at 8:45, 9 o'clock. But, yeah, I mean, I sent my parents yesterday and today just pictures of the stadium from the outside as I was pulling up. But it's all pretty surreal, and moments like that kind of like let it sink in.
You took them with your phone?
Yeah.
Last one on the wall.
Anthony, you've been around your teammates all spring. Opening day's out of the way. You've been talking to the Aaron Judges, John Carlos, the Brett Gardners. What are you learning about what it means to be a New York Yankee?
I think what I've learned throughout spring and even just this game is how bad everyone wants to win. I've never been around a group of guys that works as hard or focuses so much on their body, on things like that, but everyone's pulling on the same rope. And I recognize that from the first day of spring training, how focused everyone was. And that's what I obviously wanted to make the team as much as I've ever wanted something. But seeing that and seeing how bad everyone wanted this took it to the next level for me.